So listen to this. Being shady, S-H-A-D-Y, shady. Is being shady trying to teach us something? Is there something that being shady is trying to teach us? You know how when something triggers us and then we respond by throwing shade? Say someone posts something on social media, it triggers you and you go, and put up your post, and your post is really it's a shady response to something that triggered you. But is that shadiness about you, is it trying to teach you something about you? This is what I found out. Being shady is trying to teach you, or is alerting you, that there's an area in your life that's a little boy or a little girl that needs to grow up. Now, there are certain areas in our lives some of us have mastered. We've mastered certain areas in our life, but then there are other areas where you still may be a little boy or a little girl in those areas. And so whenever you are triggered and you want to respond with some type of shady post, it is an indication that that's an area right there where you are still a little boy or a little girl. And it's alerting you that, hey, we need to grow up in this area. Because this is what's going to happen if you continue to allow yourself to be triggered in that area and to be shady. What's going to happen is that eventually that little boy or that little girl is going to get the best of you. Okay? That little boy or little girl eventually is going to get the best of you. And what do I mean by that? An example of that is, do you keep attracting the same type of people in relationships? Say you keep dating people and they all seem to be the same people that just want you for one thing. They just want you for one thing, and you keep attracting these same people who just want you for the same thing. They just want you for that one thing. That could be the area where you're still a little boy, you're still a little girl, and you're ignoring it because you allowed yourself to be triggered and to be shady instead of just doing an introspection of yourself and asking yourself, why did that trigger me? Why did I respond? Why am I shady when it comes to things like this? Why do I always get triggered when I hear something like this? Why do I always respond with shadiness when I come across something like this? It is trying to alert you that that's an area in your life that's still a little boy or a little girl that needs to grow up, or else that little boy or that little girl is going to get the best of you. Okay, so let's pay attention to our triggers now, and instead of responding being shady, let's take a look at ourselves and say, why did that trigger me? Now, I'm not talking about people who are deliberately, intentionally trying to trigger you. We have people like that, right? We have some shady people like that, right? They intentionally, deliberately try to trigger us. I'm not talking about those folks because, they are definitely childish individuals, and you don't even need to give them any of your attention. Okay, you just need to ignore them. But I'm just talking about something that you're just scrolling along on social media and it triggers you, and next thing you're responding with this shady post when you should be thinking, why did that trigger me? Why am I being shady in this area? Because it's that little boy, that little girl trying to alert you that, hey, we need to grow up right here. Okay, so y'all have a blessed day today. I just felt like I needed to teach that little lesson because, listen, I've had to learn the hard way of being triggered and shady too, and it has helped me. So yeah, I hope it helps you too. Y'all have a good day.